Welcome to Flamingo Finance. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how FLOCKS works, how to buy it, and how to track your earnings, step by step. FLOCKS is a multi-dividend-bearing token that automatically pays you weekly, not just in FLM, but in multiple assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, FLM, and more. There's no staking required after setup. You just hold it and start earning. Head on over to flamingo.finance and click on FLOCKS. In the top section, you'll see the next estimated payout based on projected returns for the current epoch, the FLOCKS APY, which updates weekly, and the total FLM burned, showing how much FLM has been permanently removed from circulation through minting. All of this updates in real time based on current network activity. To buy FLOCKS, click Buy FLOCKS Now to open the minting panel. There are several ways to acquire FLOCKS, and depending on how you do it, the cost and effect on FLM supply will vary. Let's break down each method first, and then we'll walk through the steps for how to complete the transaction after that. Option 1. FLUN migration. Originally, FLUN holders were able to convert their tokens to FLOCKS at a 1-to-1 ratio during a special migration window. That period is now over, but it served as a head start for long-term users. Option 2. Mint FLOCKS with FLM from your wallet. You can also mint FLOCKS using FLM directly from your wallet. This option applies a 10% premium to the price and burns your FLM permanently. It's useful if you're not staking or want to increase your position quickly while still contributing to the FLM burn cycle. Option 3. Mint FLOCKS with unclaimed FLM from staking rewards. If you've been providing liquidity on Flamingo, you may have unclaimed FLM rewards. You can use these directly to mint FLOCKS without paying the 10% premium required when minting from your wallet. Even though the FLM hasn't been claimed yet, any minting still burns FLM, making this method both efficient and ecosystem friendly. This is the method we'll use in the walkthrough. You'll also have the option to toggle Diversified Yield here, which means future dividends will be paid in tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, and others, instead of just FLM. Option 4. Mint FLOCKS with unclaimed dividends. If you've earned dividends from a previous epoch and haven't claimed them yet, you can use those to mint FLOCKS instead. You'll see a breakdown of each token you've earned, like FLM, Ethereum, Bitcoin, gas, and more. But just an important note, only FLM dividends will be burned when used to mint. Tokens like Ethereum or BNEO are used for value calculation only and will not burn FLM. This method lets you reinvest and compound your rewards, depending on how you set your dividend preferences. Option 5. Buy FLOCKS on the market via Order Book Plus. You can also buy yourself FLOCKS directly through Flamingo's Order Book Plus or the dedicated interface. This method doesn't burn FLM directly, charges a 0.5% fee, which remains in the blacklisted Order Book Plus contract and is considered effectively burned, lets you trade freely, place limit orders, or buy and sell instantly. This is also the only way to sell FLOCKS back into the market if you decide to exit your position. Once you've selected your preferred method, whether it's minting with FLM, unclaimed FLM, or unclaimed dividends, just scroll down and click Continue. In this tutorial, we'll move forward using Option 2, minting with unclaimed FLM, since it's the most efficient method and helps contribute to FLM's deflationary design. Then, confirm the transaction in your wallet when prompted. And that's it. Your FLOCKS tokens will appear in your wallet shortly after. When the epoch ends and dividends become available, you'll head to the Actions and Settings panel. Here, click the Claim Dividends button. A pop-up will appear asking you to confirm the transaction in your wallet. After approval, your tokens will be distributed and show up in your wallet right away. You'll also see a toggle for Diversified Yield. When this is off, you'll receive FLM rewards only. When it's on, your dividends are split into various assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, FLM, and more. Changing this setting will prompt a wallet confirmation. For this example, we'll turn Diversified Yield on. Go ahead and click on Claim Dividends and confirm the transaction. Once you've claimed your dividends, you can now withdraw them by clicking the Withdraw Dividends button. Be sure to confirm your asset amounts in the pop-up, and either withdrawing your dividends individually or selecting Withdraw All. In this example, we'll withdraw all. Go ahead and confirm the transaction in your wallet. That's it. You've successfully claimed and withdrawn your FLOCKS dividends. FLOCKS uses a weekly Epoch system. At the end of every week, dividends are distributed to all FLOCKS holders based on their share of the total supply. You can track the current Epoch progress bar under the section titled Epoch Number 1. Keep in mind, as time goes on, this Epoch number will change. Just below that, you'll see a countdown timer and a reminder that dividends will be claimable on the date listed here. The Epoch system resets automatically, so once one ends, a new one begins and rewards continue flowing. Let's break down the My FLOCKS tokens panel. Here you'll find token price, the current market price per FLOCKS token, My FLOCKS holdings, how many FLOCKS you currently hold, estimated Epoch dividend, how much you're projected to earn this week, then below that, invested value, how much you've spent on FLOCKS in USD, earned FLM value, how much FLM you've received in past epochs, earned USD value, the dollar value of that FLM, USD value gain, your total net gain, and finally, total USD value, your current total value of all FLOCKS holdings including gains. Each of these updates live and helps you track your position at a glance. Now let's zoom in on the Epoch Number 1 dividend panel. This is where the magic happens. Across the top, you'll see APY, the current annual percentage yield based on rewards so far, total Epoch dividend, the full amount being distributed to FLOCKS holders this week, current dividend per FLOCKS, the payout amount earned per FLOCKS token held. Then below that is the dividend breakdown table. Each row represents one of the rewards tokens being distributed, like FLM, Ethereum, Bitcoin, gas, USDT, and more. Here's what each column means. Token is the asset being distributed, total amount, the number of tokens being paid out to all holders, total value, the USD value of that token's total payout, your share, the percentage of that token you'll receive based on your FLOCKS holdings, your value, the USD value of your individual share of that token. These numbers update automatically based on your wallet balance and the overall supply. Once the epoch ends, your rewards become claimable and you'll see a button appear to collect them. Now scroll down to the market information section. Here's what you'll find. Mint price using FLM rewards and mint price using FLM from wallet. These are the two ways to mint new FLOCKS, with prices shown in FLM. Last market price, the latest traded price for FLOCKS on the order book. Lowest ask, the lowest price someone is offering to sell FLOCKS. Highest bid, the highest price someone is offering to buy FLOCKS. Dividends per FLOCKS on the current epoch, how much value in dividends each FLOCKS token is earning this week. This section is key if you want to optimize whether you mint or buy directly on the market. Next up, let's take a look at the Analytics tab, where you can get a deeper look at how FLOCKS is performing across the board. At the top, you'll see three key stats. FLOCKS market cap, this shows the total USD value of all FLOCKS in circulation. FLM burned, the cumulative amount of FLM that has been permanently burned as users mint FLOCKS. This helps reduce FLM supply over time. Average income per FLOCKS, the average amount of dividends each FLOCKS token has earned historically. Below that are four visual charts. First up, FLOCKS market cap. This graph shows the market cap trend of FLOCKS over time. Each data point represents a historical snapshot. If the line is going up, it means more users are minting or buying FLOCKS, increasing total demand. Next, FLM burned. This bar chart displays the total amount of FLM burned per month. Each bar shows how much FLM was removed from supply as users minted FLOCKS in that time period. You'll notice the bars increase over time. That's a sign of growing adoption and deflationary burn pressure. Next, epoch dividends. Here's a breakdown of how much value was distributed per epoch. Each bar represents one epoch, and the color blocks show which assets made up the dividend pool. This gives you a quick visual of how rewards are balanced and how consistent the payouts have been week over week. And finally, total dividends per token. This pie chart shows the percentage breakdown of all dividends ever distributed by token. From here, you can see what percentage of total earnings have come from FLM, Ethereum, BNEO, and others. This is helpful if you want to understand what tokens are contributing the most to Flocks returns. Overall, the Analytics tab is where you go to zoom out and see the big picture, how much Flocks has grown, how sustainable the yields are, and how the ecosystem is evolving week by week. Use this section to track trends, evaluate overall Flocks health, or share stats with your friends. Next, let's take a look at the History tab. This page gives you a full breakdown of all previous epochs, showing exactly how much was distributed, what tokens were included, and how much you personally earned for each one. At the top of each epoch section, you'll see the date range, the total value of that epoch's dividends, and your individual payout on the far right. You can expand any epoch to view the specified tokens distributed, like FLM, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Gas, USDT, and more, along with the total amount distributed, your share of tokens, and the USD value you received for each. It's a transparent way to track your yield history over time and see how your rewards have grown week by week. And that's your full walkthrough of Flocks on Flamingo Finance. To recap, you can mint Flocks using either FLM or your unclaimed dividends. And when you mint with FLM, those tokens are burned forever, helping drive long-term value. By simply holding Flocks, you start earning weekly dividends in multiple tokens, including FLM, Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT, and more. You'll see all your stats live on the dashboard, from current token price and projected yield to your exact share of this week's dividend pool. And the Analytics tab gives you a full picture of how Flocks is growing, how much FLM is being burned, and what the yield breakdown looks like over time. Everything is fully transparent, fully on-chain, and optimized for real yield. So if you're ready to earn passive income across multiple tokens without needing to stake, lock, or constantly rebalance, Flocks does it all automatically. If you ever need help or have questions, feel free to join our Discord. Our team and community are always there to support you. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the next evolution of DeFi with Flamingo FLOCKS.